Hi folks, it's another episode of Cooking with Ann, and I'm going to teach you something new. In fact, it's going to be new for me. I don't know how well it's going to come out. We'll soon find out. I'm going to be cooking again with turkey. Now you can do this in patty format, or you can do it with ground turkey, or even leftover turkey meat that you have that you want to be able to use. In fact, if I had real turkey meat, I'd probably be using that instead to actually eat with the rice. But the major portion of what we're going to be creating is going to be a new type of rice, and I'm going to be experimenting with a sauce. This is an experiment. It may fail, it may survive, I don't know. But you'll need the following ingredients. Here's what I decided to pick. You'll need celery. I cut 2 sticks of celery. 1 sweet red pepper. A portion of anise, or I think they call it fennel. I'm trying to remember what they call it, but I'm only taking a portion. This portion I'm going to mince it a bit. I may add a garlic bulb, not a garlic bulb, but a clove of garlic. I'm not certain yet. As well with that, you'll need some Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. Having issues trying that. You'll need your choice of oil. I'm using olive oil for my rice. And you'll need sage, as either fresh or dried, for your turkey breast, because you're going to be dousing it, not liberally, but to give it taste, with salt. And if you want to add pepper. And you'll need 1 lemon. That you'll be juicing in a few moments. And also, you'll also need, I'm unfortunately using something that not many people have, which is blue agave syrup. It's raw, organic blue agave. This is the same plant that produces tequila, and it's very sweet. In fact, raw agave is a natural sweetener with a full sweet flavor. It's 25% sweeter than sugar, so you don't need a lot to sweeten. And it's to be sweetening the sauce a bit, just a tad bit, just to remove some of the bite from the acidity from the lemon. So get your ingredients together. Mine's already ready. I'm going to be cutting them, and I'll be taking you along for the journey. Okay, you'll start with the red pepper. Cut off the top. And I use my hand knife to slit it down the middle. And you remove the seeds. And with this pepper, what I enjoy the most is the fact that it's like string cheese. You can actually remove the actual seeds from their holding places inside the actual pepper. And if you don't want any further peppers, you shake them off. Now this has already been washed, but you're going to cut these into 4 quarters so that you can actually cut them into the size that you want, either chunks throw away this tip. And you're going to do the same for your celery and your anise. I'll turn you back on when you come back for the anise, but we'll get to it. Cut your ingredients the size that you want. It's entirely up to you, but these are my sizes, and that'll do quite nicely. We're back. Now I've cut my garlic, 1 clove only, my celery, my red pepper, and I'm going to be slicing my anise to start. Now, this has a distinct flavor of licorice, it's going to do what I think it will to actually make the rice perfect for the meal. Okay. Now you're going to take yourselves and move on to your rice. And here we're at the rice. Now I'm going to cheat a bit for this rice. I'm going to use an instant brown rice. But first things first, you need to start heating it with some oil. And the same goes for my meat. Now, while I'm waiting for this to heat, I'm going to quickly just prep the meat. A little bit of sea salt, a little bit of black pepper, and then the most important ingredient, sage. In ground format, it looks like dust, but it's also savory. There we go. Now you'll want to cover this with foil. Because the last time that I tried cooking it, I burned it or dried it out so badly. So you're going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes at 350 degrees. I'll turn you guys off and put it in and come back. Okay, the meat is in, so now we just need to start worrying about this. Okay, so first you put in your garlic and your anise. And the celery. You'll add the pepper just at the very end. You'll want to add some salt. Don't worry about adding too much for now. This is just to make the vegetables come out a bit. Actually, I'll avoid using that. It makes too much noise. Okay. After that, you're going to add water. A cupful of water, or 2, or 3, depending on how much rice you want. Just to get it roasted. Oh, roasted. Figure of speech. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the reason why I'm doing this is I'm making not a stock for soup, but I'm going to be actually adding in the following further ingredients. I'm adding turmeric. I always add turmeric when I actually cook. It tends to color everything with vivid colors, and it'll be a nice contrast to the red peppers that we'll be adding in the final moment. And depending on how you feel, you can either add curry to give it an extra sense of flavor, and in my case I'm going to add a little bit of basil. You have to let it boil, and once it's rolling boil, you'll need to dump in your rice. You'll need 3 cups of rice to be able to dump it. So first and foremost, get your stuff together. The rest of it's going to be coming up. While this is boiling, you can start preparing or juicing your lemon, so we'll move on to that. Now it's time for the lemon. I've already cut it into halves, and today we're going to be using straight into here. So you take your zester, or you can roll them first. I never do. Heidi's probably going to say you should have rolled it. So roll them first to maximize the juice. And you can use the pulp in here if you want to, for those of you that want to use the pulp. I'm not one for pulpy messes, but I don't mind it once in a while, especially if it gives character and taste. Okay, that's finito. And I can tell you one thing. Lemons can be used for many things. They can use for deodorant purposes, but I don't mean a body deodorant, but I mean disinfecting, giving a freshness feel to your microwave. Cut a few and you actually have them in water, and it bubbles, and the oil from the skin comes out, and you've got the zest and everything else. It's a fine mess, I can tell you that. Makes it smell delicious.